2-minute rig video. As you probably found out, they're bang on 2 minutes every time. I'm going to talk about helicopter rigs. Lots of people have their own takes on helicopter rigs. They really are very simple. People put their own little twists and bits and bobs on them. I use a helicopter rig in Ireland when I'm fishing for lots of fish where I don't want to get tangles. Fishing for sort of lots of numbers of fish. Just an all-round brilliant rig for that. Or if I was chucking to the moon, sort of setting a trap, waiting for one fish at a time, peace of mind knowing that my hook length's going to be spot on, it's not all twizzled up and tangled. So I'm going to show you a basic way of setting up a helicopter rig. So first thing is shock leader. I've been a big fan of using real short shock leaders and casting straight off the braid for quite a few years now, and it seems to be very popular amongst most of the anglers now, just because it's simple. Basically, I just tie a loop in the end of my braid, and then I will tie my shock leader on, just normal blood knot, I think it's 2-turn water knot, whatever it's called, simple as you like. So if for some reason I get snagged or my shock leader's looking a bit worse for wear, I can just bite this off and just tie another one straight on. They'll all be tied up 1 metre lengths on my spools, and away we go. So if you do want to change your rig for any reason, whether you want to change to a paternoster, you can do that within seconds, cast straight back out, and you know you're in exactly the same spot. Shock leader material, so there's loads of different ones on the market. Obviously the old faithful Daiwa Tournament ST in £10. You can use smaller ones, but for this sort of style of fishing I want it as stiff as possible. I'm going to go for a £10 in the Amnesia, which it's a line that probably, if you're a sea angler, you probably know Amnesia. This is bang on for what I want. It's nice and stiff. Very rarely does it tangle. It's pretty hard as well if you're fishing on rocks, especially places like Ireland or gravel pits where you're on that. You want something that's going to do the job. And I found Amnesia 3 or 4 years ago now, and it's pretty good. So the first thing we're going to do is rig components to make it. We've done the shock leader. The simplest way is to buy a heli feeder rig. So Daiwa Enzon, they're already made up. It's as simple as that. All we're going to do is you're going to slide them straight off here, like so. So you get 2 float stops, a quick change heli swivel, which we'll go through in a minute. So we're just going to double that, wet that, slide them all off. 1, that's 2, and the swivel. 3, 4. So I'm going to slide them up the line, out of the way. Right. What you could do now is just tie your snap link swivel on there where the feed is going to go, and then tie a knot in here like a normal traditional one. But I just like to twist this line up to make a nice stiff boom between your hook length and your where your feed is going to attach, just because that's where you get your wear and tear. So all we're going to do is we're going to twist up probably about, I don't know what we got, 6-8 centimeters. So you don't want it too far away. But another reason why we use this Amnesia is it really is stiff, makes a lovely nice boom. So we've done that there. Just going to tie that off at the length we want. Just going to wet that. All right. All right. A bit tighter. Just going to nip that off nice and neat. So that's that bit. And then this will slide down up to there. Like so. Like that. Make sure that's the right way. Then all we're going to do is we're going to Palomar in a snap link swivel, which we've got here. So just going to put the line through the eye. He says, get it small enough. Like so. Twice. Pass the snap link swivel through the loop we just made, making sure it doesn't catch on anything. I'm just going to pull that up nice and steady, wet it, and away we go. Job's a good one. So what we've got there is we've got a nice stiff link there, which ain't going to tangle. Your hook length goes in the nice little heli swivel there. So you loop your hook length goes in, slide that over. So if you want to go from a metre hook length to a 60 centimetre hook length, you can do that in seconds. Feeder attaches this end on your snap link, and then, like I said earlier, I like a metre shocker. So what we're going to do is, believe it or not, these towels are 60 by 40, so maybe a good point, buy 2 towels, but that's your metre. So I'm just going to buy that off there, which is slightly longer than a metre. Just tie a little loop in there so you can store it on your rig spool, like so. Then all we do, the loop of the last one we've tied, clip that in there, like so, and just wind it on, ready for when we need it. So that's just a simple way of doing a 1 metre heli rig. Going back to the components, just buy Daiwa Enzon heli feeder rig kit, which will do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rigs. Some snap link swivels. There's obviously tons and tons available on the market. Enzon, Matrix, Preston, they all do plenty of them. Decent shock leader material, and your rig disc. So simple as.